Hi, welcome back to the third in the series of the videos on business meeting that I've been having with you. Now, today I want to talk about some of the things you can do to really improve the effectiveness of your meetings so that you can get the results that you desire. Okay, I think I have about 5 to 6 things that you can immediately start to implement going forward in your meetings. Okay, now because it was discovered by a particular group called Meeting King that about 35% of an employee time is actually used or spent in meetings. Okay, that means if someone is on a yearly salary of 12 million naira, for instance, a manager, that means about 4.4 million naira out of that salary that you pay is actually spent on meetings. And that's why you really don't want to take, your business meetings lightly. It's very important. And so the number one thing right now that you can immediately start to implement to improve the effectiveness of your meetings is for you to set clear meeting objectives. What is the purpose of the meeting? Does the meeting have the buy-in of the stakeholders? What do we want to achieve in this meeting? Because immediately that we immediately focus everything and focus everyone. That's the number one thing. So never have a meeting that has no clear objective, nothing to achieve. Eventually, you find out that those are the meetings that you take longer, time in because you really don't know why you're there. You keep talking and talking and repeating things and saying things you ought not to say. The second one is to have a clear agenda. Have a clear agenda. Agenda is the flow of the meeting. What do we start with? What do we end with? That's very important to have, a clear agenda. Know the time that is allotted to every item on your agenda and keep to the time. Very important. And the third thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your meeting is a small meeting. So don't invite everybody. Don't invite everybody into the meeting. Make sure you have a meeting that is sizable. It helps decision making. It reduces the cycle of decision making. Because if you need to make a decision and you have an extremely large room, you're going to have a challenge, having a decision in the meeting. Then the fourth thing you want to do that is related to the second point is you never conclude a meeting without a plan or a call to action. Because if you go for a meeting, you call for a meeting, and then everyone just disperse after the meeting, and there is no plan, there is no action plan, no call to action, there is no, do you understand what I'm talking about? Nobody is doing what at the end of this meeting, what do we expect to see? And so when you come back for the meeting, you realize that you're coming back again and repeating what you've discussed in the last meeting because you did not have a call to action. That's very important. And one of the other things you want to do to improve the effectiveness of your meeting is please be respectful of other people's time and your own. That means when there is a meeting, punctuality is key. You need to be punctual. You can't afford to come into a meeting late. It's not allowed. It's a no-no, okay? Because it really affects the energy of the meeting. And the last but not the least, if you really want to, stimulate the interest and the attention of the people in your meeting, use a lot of videos, images to make your presentation. It has a way of engaging the people in your audience in the meeting. Because you know what, if you have videos, you have images, you have graphics, infographics, things that help you explain what you're trying to talk about in the most simplest form, they will tremendously improve the effectiveness of your meeting. I hope you can begin to immediately implement some of these things in your meeting. And so in the next video, I will be talking to you about the consequences of ineffective or bad meeting or pointless of meetings that are not necessary. So I will be talking to you about the consequences of this kind of meetings on the business, on the culture of the organization, and even on the psyche of the employees. Thank you so much for your time today. I'll see you again in the next video. Do enjoy the rest of your day.